Today's film is Murder Weapon from 1989. The film was written by Alan Grant and directed by David DeCoteau. I'm not going to explain the plot. This is not really a plot film, Murder Weapon. I'm just going to get right into it. Californian exploitation films have always bothered me. It's not the same deal as the Texas Nail Gun Massacre or Oklahoma's Offerings from 1989. Those films weren't made in the heartland of moviedom, or the kingdom of the cinema, as Claudio Fragasso once put it. I mean, what do we know? What do I know? What does any of us know? But what remains to be true is that these films made in California have less an excuse to be cheap than those made in America's less photographed states. This was the main point of contention I eventually had to get over with when watching Murder Weapon, a film filled with as much bizarre trash as it has scenes of people talking about bizarre trash because the production couldn't afford to shoot much else. It is also too obvious at times where David DeCoteau couldn't afford it and instead John Forded it and cut scenes out entirely from the screenplay or altered them so they could be just people talking in a room. This is where the California gets real strong. DeCoteau, like Fred Olen Ray and Jim Wynorski, barely adds any atmosphere to these talking head scenes and for the most part leaves the actors for dead with only the script to share the non-atmosphere with. Then again, I could say almost the exact same thing about many of the regional American horror films of the time. It all comes down to self-awareness. Who is laughing at whom? Is this a sincere attempt at reforming the slasher film at a time when it was falling into an idea of sequeldom? Or is it business as usual for exploitation's movie brats, and it's only by frugality that any true psychotronic value can be gained? Why am I asking you? I already know my answer. Murder Weapon has intense gore, excessive softcore nudity, and a script for an after-school special that probably started off life as a pitch for a Nightmare on Elm Street sequel. This was not a shot-on-video production, but does have the inconsequential narrative of one. All of this works in Murder Weapon's favour, but it's not exceptional trash like Blood Rage. Blood Rage had a schizophrenic 18 going on 34-year-old hacking his stepdad to death with a machete, culminating in a twitching severed hand holding a beer can. Murder Weapon has a dream sequence with Garbage Day Guy slicing a neurotic valley girl's throat in a poorly implemented close-up. The Blu-ray packaging promised something along the lines of Blood Rage, and I was kind of disappointed. Not enough though to prevent me from giving it a recommendation. Even by DeCoteau standards, this is wildly incoherent and fun for that fact. Thank you for watching, please like, comment and subscribe. Tomorrow's film is Sector Siniestra.